The main thing I've been working on for the past like 3 years is this album, Martyr Loser King. And it's a concept album. I was traveling a lot, spending a lot of time in like Senegal, South Africa, Swaziland, Reunion Islands, which is right next to Madagascar, living in Paris, Haiti, spending a lot of time there, ingesting all of this music, really in search of polyrhythm, while at the same time being the hip hop head that I am, so staying tuned to what's going on here. Basically decided that I wanted to make an album, and any artist could argue that any album they make just reflects where they are right now. I mean, that's what your album is supposed to be, a chapter in your life. There are, also other elements that come into it oftentimes, especially if you're working with the label. They may bring producers they want you to work with who have other sonic ideas that reflect what they see, what they feel, what they want to hear, da da da. I wanted to make an album that reflected exactly what I wanted to hear. One of the things I was playing with, which is hard to describe, was how you can make really hard, like, trap shit with no beat. For example, how it's all like, at one time I was calling it invisible beats or implied beats, where like you can feel where it is. It's like that thing where you're waiting for the drop because and you can tell by where they're placing their voice where the beat is, but the beat isn't. So I'm playing with beats and no beats. I'm playing with enormous bass. I'm playing everything, essentially. And then there's a lot of programming, what have you, when the beats actually arrive. Inspired by so much shit, like you think of someone like Fela who makes a song and will start singing like 10 minutes into it. Let's let the music ride for a minute. I'll sing when I'm ready, Basically, what I've been riffing on is a more free relationship to song structure, which brings us full circle to the conversations I would have with Rick Rubin when I was working on Amethyst Rockstar. For that album, I was trying to do something a lot like Martyr Loser King, but with none of the keys, no real understanding. I'd never really written songs before I made that album. My first album, Amethyst Rockstar. And so, and then I have this producer who's trying to guide me towards this idea of song structure and explaining to me that like you can riff on the structure when you know it better. Now I know it better. And so on Martyr Loser King, I'm riffing on the structure.
And we're talking about high school and grade school. This is a pivotal time. This is an impressionable time, especially a time where you should be using your creativity and figuring out how to use your creativity along with book smarts.
The father comes up from the back like this and starts like charging Ray and start boxing him. Boom. I mean, like, oh shit, Razak's getting beat up by a kangaroo.
Keep hip hop strong and keep it going and put music, good music back out there to the community.
Like my career isn't comprised of Kanye West or Common only. Blue Collar, whatever we're talking about with J Records, Blue Collar was a classic album.